And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. What am I looking for this right now? Okay. Just going around here. All right. Illinois. Let's pull up Illinois and look at it just for a minute. So, folks, Illinois tax rate soared 32% this weekend after Senate overrides governor's veto. Now, the governor of Illinois, 2 days ago, when we reported that Illinois House had voted 72-45 to pass a 32% income tax, okay, and a $36 billion spending plan in the last-ditch effort to provide the state with its first budget in 3 years, or either suffer the first ever U.S. downgrade to junk. Folks, they're already junk. It's junk. They have fixed nothing. We said that ultimately the fate of Illinois' credit rating is now in the hands of Rauner. He is the governor of Illinois, and whether and how fast his intimate veto is overridden. Well, it did on Independence Day about noon. First, Senate voted to approve the House tax hike and spending bill. Shortly after, Governor Rauner had just what he wanted. We vetoed both the income tax increase and budget bill. He vetoed it, but turned right around and they increased the taxes. I have it here somewhere. The taxes went up. Federal income tax went up. I'm trying to find out. I had it here just a minute ago. It went up from 4 point something to 5.7, and then they raised. I have it here. It is. Well, I had it a minute ago. I'll find it in a minute. But they raised state income taxes from like 3.8 to 4.7, I think, off the top of my head. I know I got those numbers wrong. I'm actually looking for the numbers. And they did raise Illinois state corporate taxes, okay? They raised them, 32% tax increase. There is nobody left, folks, to pay the taxes. Nobody left. Nobody. The majority of the people that play the lottery, are actually people that are on government assistance in Illinois, that are taking government-assisted tax money to buy the lottery tickets to try to win the money. Seriously. The only people that's substantive in the state are the workers of the schools, your police, your fire, your counties. That is the only substance. You got to realize that when you work for, and we're not knocking, let's just go with the firemen or firewoman, whatever, okay? We're not knocking the people the men and women that do those jobs. But when they get a paycheck and they see FICA removed and they see all these things removed, the income tax removed from their check, all right? They personally feel as though they're paying taxes out of their money. But the reality is the entire check is the tax money. The entire check is tax money. Meaning you can't continue to rotate in this cycle and pay anybody and sustain. Illinois is through. The big corporations have left. The people have left the state. The taxpayers are gone. The largest group of taxpayers are gone. They have left the state. So why can't they cut the budget? Why can't they do something with the state of Illinois? Okay. So let's look at the Illinois House of Representatives. All right. Right now in the House of Representatives, there are 67 Democrats and 51 Republicans, okay? Now, let's pull up this guy, Michael Madigan, all right? Can't stay on this too long. Pull up Michael Madigan, all right? And Michael Madigan is the Speaker of the House of Illinois. Michael Joseph Madigan, Speaker of the House of Representatives. Madigan has held the position of Speaker for all but 2 years, only 2 years, since 1983. The man in the picture. Why can we not, in this nation, right, imprison these people that bankrupt, that single-handedly bankrupt our nation, our states, steal, lie, cheat? Why can't we remove these people? Why do we have to continue to watch them in their positions of corruption? This guy is totally tied to the unions. The unions own him. Own him. He set a plan. He wrote the budget. He increased taxes. He increased corporate taxes. No cuts whatsoever. Now, some people will cheer that Illinois wrote a budget, but they're fictitious numbers, folks. They're numbers based off a tax increase that will not bring in the revenue they need. They're going to be a revision that says we have fallen short of projection in Illinois. That's what it's going to be. We have fallen short of our projection of revenue that we thought the tax increase would bring in. All right? Now, it may bring the money in if it does, but it's going to be virtually because they went into the pockets of the people and stole the money. A tax increase is a theft. Damn it. Get it straight. They reach right in your pocket and steal your damn money. And these crooks out in Illinois, that is setting the standard, because when Illinois collapses, and it will, kick the can down the road. You know, young people today, when you say they've kicked the can down, they have no idea what kick the can down the road means, okay? When you didn't have Nintendo, and you didn't have PlayStation, and you didn't have nothing to do, and Bobby and Jimmy were at home, and you couldn't toss the baseball around, you found a can. Anyhow, that being said, this crook has been Speaker of the House since 1983, except 2 years. 2 years. This guy right here, tied to the teachers union, tied to the all of the unions, tied, owned by them, corrupt. He is the one that overrode the governor's veto. Okay, now let me just get into another one here. Let me just say this. This is a Reuters article. This comes out February 8th of 2017. The man behind the fiscal fiasco in Illinois. Hundreds of politicians share blame for drowning the state's government in billions of dollars of debt and unfunded pension liabilities. But Speaker of the House Michael Madigan, a dominant political force for 3 decades, has been the constant in key decisions that created the mess. All right? We'll get right back into him in a minute, all right? The pension, let's see, unfunded liability stood at $129.8 billion last June, okay? Up from $2.5 billion in 1971, the year Madigan joined the legislature. He became a part of the Illinois legislature in 1971. Unfunded pension liabilities were at $2.5 billion at 1971. Today, in 2014, they were $129.8 billion. There's a great track record. So the corruption, why can't we? You remember I asked you a minute ago if you knew Lisa Madigan. So if you're a crook for 30 years, okay, you got to put people in place. Lisa Madigan, right? There you go. There's Lisa Madigan. Who is Lisa Madigan? Lisa Murray Madigan has been the 41st Attorney General of the state of Illinois since 2013. She is the first female. Oh, we need to applaud, right? We need to applaud. We need to stop right there. She is the first female Attorney General of Illinois. Stop right there, because that's what we were supposed to do if Hillary Clinton was elected. We were supposed to stop and applaud that Hillary Clinton was elected the first female president of the United States. Forget the corruption. Okay, she is a Democrat and the stepdaughter of Michael Madigan. And who the hell is he? Speaker of the House of Illinois. Illinois. I know it, damn it, there's no S on it. What does it matter? They're broke. Speaker of the House of Illinois, okay? So, leave her picture up there. Boxed in. This comes from the Chicago Tribune. This was written May 14th of this year. Boxed in by father, Lisa Madigan seeks fifth term as Illinois Attorney General. Serving as the immense during Democrat Day at the last Illinois State Fair, State Representative Lou Lang introduced Attorney General Lisa Madigan as someone who has served in the job for many, many years. Okay? It has been my privilege and my opportunity to serve as the Attorney General for, as Lou Lang said, many, many, many years, Madigan said, before launching into a list of accomplishments from her time as state's top legal officer. Why can we not put these crooks in jail? The Madigans in Illinois, they run the judges, they pick the judges, they decide who sits as the Attorney General, they decide who sits on the bench of the state of Illinois. They corrupt, pick, sit, anything and everything. And we are going to pay the price, America. Why in Georgia? Why in the rest of the country? Why the hell am I spending time on this? Because these two crooks, go back to Michael Madigan, the Speaker of the House of Illinois, right there, that overrode the governor's veto in Illinois, that they're bragging, that raised taxes 32%, theft in your pocket. Now go to his daughter, better get a raised stepdaughter. That's the Attorney General. Corrupt as can be. You need to look further into that. We don't need to pay the price. America, don't pay the price for these crooks. We need to read the Declaration of Independence. We need to decide to get our independence from these crooks, these people that are stealing our money as hard as we work. Trust me, Illinois will become something that you will want. You will want to pay attention to. Before we leave Chicago, God only knows, thank God, they got a minimum wage increase, right? Minimum wage increase. Violence leaves about 60 shot. This is from the Chicago Tribune. This is July 5th. Violence leaves about 60 shot, 8 of them dead for July 4th weekend. Dozens of people were struck by gunfire in Chicago, some of them fatally during the traditional violent 4th of July weekend, most in parts of the south and west sides, and that have long been plagued by gang, crime, and gun violence. Donald Trump's going to put a stop to this, folks. Don't get mad. Don't get mad, because you're going to watch. Donald Trump's going to put a stop to this. Donald Trump, Kelly, Jeff Sessions, ICE, they're going to put a stop to this. From Friday afternoon through Tuesday afternoon, about 60 people were shot and 8 of them killed, according to the data kept by the Tribune. The toll comes as Chicago Police Department added roughly 1,300 police officers to work each day since Friday of patrol and violence in the parks. I can't go on any further with the decay that's going on when we have these criminals in these fancy state houses, on the floor, judges, not all judges, yeah, be careful, judges, this Attorney General of the state of Illinois. Why can't go on? Quickly, very quickly, moving right along. I got Illinois taxes. Okay. New Jersey governor, okay? Now, show the beach. I got the pictures. Show the entire Chris Christie Governor Beach House. Show the beach house. Thanks, Sam. I tell you what, Sam, the way I can just say things, they're not even named, and you figure out what direction I'm going. Thank you very much. Now, this is the beach house, okay? The little dots on there, my God, the only reason we can see them from a satellite is Chris Christie looks like a beached whale. I know, that was mean, right? Is that mean? Is that ugly? Is that necessary in this day and time? Should we be using these bully playground tactics and terms? Oh, no. Let's go with it. Anyhow, so what the media went crazy over Chris Christie and his family, Mary Pat, is that her name? Mary Pat and the kids and their friends on the beach, okay? Now, I'm not taking up for Chris Christie, okay, because I have always been a little on the outs with him ever since he smooched up on Obama, you know, that day he got off Air Force One in Hurricane Sandy 5 days before the election or whatever, a week before the election when Mitt Romney was running. That being said, that is the governor's retreat. Now, there's no discussion whatsoever why the governor of New Jersey, with the economic downgrades that they have, why does the governor not have a retreat? Why don't they just have a budget to get the friggin' governor a condo for the weekend when he wants to go down? I know there's going to be all the arguments, well, the governor of New Jersey entertains foreign leaders. The governor of New Jersey has to have places where they can go on retreat and talk about very important legislation that's coming up and so on. So, bull. Just flat out garbage. Why does the governor need a beach resort like that? That's like, well, if you sold it, what do you get? You get $1 million. What does that do? I don't know. It buys gas. Every time I talk about sales around here, and I say to somebody, you know, get a sale for $100. It's a tank of gas. It's a tank of friggin' gas. Big money takes care of itself. Little money causes you to go broke. So look at that. I mean, you can buy gas, what, for the state employees for how long? It doesn't matter. Why did they have the resort? Now, another thing I want to be clear on, okay? He has a private walkway. Okay, the governor of New Jersey has a private walkway to the beach. So when you go to a public beach, okay, there's houses with private access to the beach. Doesn't mean it's their private area, but they have private access to the beach, all right? So Chris Christie, the state of New Jersey, went into a partial shutdown, okay, over the holiday, trying to get a budget in place. He would not sign the budget, all right? And so they go to the beach for the weekend to unwind for a day. They go down to the private walkway on a beach. But the thing is this beach is closed to the public because of the shutdown. So go to Chris Christie in the lawn chair there. Oh, that poor lawn chair. So they get a picture of this guy, all right, and he got his fat ass in a chair here. They got a picture of him. And here's the reason I'm bringing this up, and I keep saying that, okay? Is because somebody got this picture of Chris Christie coming off the private entrance from the governor's beach resort, which I don't know why the governor has a beach resort, that's sitting there reading for a minute, relaxing before he goes back to fight with liberals, okay, and Democrats and corrupt politicians, all the corrupt politicians in one room, okay, bada bing, bada boom, this is New Jersey, right? So before he goes back, this picture, don't believe any Christie lie about the state of New Jersey. Don't believe any lie told to you by any elected official, politician in New Jersey. Don't believe one word of anything in that budget. This picture alone, the outcry that happened in this picture, rushed Chris Christie back to sign a budget. He did not get anything at all for the people of New Jersey. New Jersey's in the same mess today as it was 3 days ago before they caught this fat ass in a chair on the beach. I swear to God, that's how freaking angry I am, is this illusion of distraction that they keep leading you to believe, oh, New Jersey passed the budget and Christie's so proud of what he did, cutting this and the insurance. I don't have time to go into the insurance thing, the state insurance fund that he took over. Nothing happened. He got so much heat from this picture. His people said, hey, look, optics, you don't get back and sign a budget so the people can get on the beach on July 4th. If we don't have a picture of New Jersey and people going to the shore, I'm sorry, in the south you go to the beach, in the north you go to the shore. So we're going to switch this in New Jersey. If you don't have people going to the Jersey shore on July 4th, you got a problem. Big problem. Your career is over. It doesn't matter the state's broke. It doesn't matter the American people are going to pick up the tab. Nothing matters here. It's the optics. Sign this thing, give the deal away, and get back to work so people can take a picnic basket, a watermelon, down the beach, get some suntan lotion, and make a sandcastle. Oh, damn. Where'd that come from? Okay, anyhow, what else we got here? So that's Chris Christie on the beach. Maine ends the shutdown. They had a partial shutdown. Maine, right? God knows, Maine. Now, one more. I am so tired of the lies. Connecticut governor signs executive order taking over spending after state fails to pass budget. What Maine looked like it will be the first state to shut down heading into the new fiscal year on Saturday morning, and perhaps beating Illinois to the punch moments ago, Connecticut, as previewed last night, will also enter the new fiscal year without a budget, inviting rating agencies to downgrade it to Illinois barely junk. Okay? Connecticut, the first U.S. junk-rated state, perhaps. Lawmakers and the governor have been unable to reach an agreement for 2 years' budget. 2 years! Which will cover a projected $5 billion deficit for months. Not even the threat of a new year prompted them what they expected. Connecticut governor signed an executive order to take control of state spending after failure to pass the 2018-2019 biannual budget. Connecticut emergency spending plan, state government open, but cuts serve. Folks, there is no emergency spending plan. It's called a spending continuing resolution, period. Connecticut governor signed an executive order to take over state spending. Why don't they do it when they know they're broke and get it turned around? Nothing happened in Connecticut. Nothing happened in Illinois. They reached into the people's pocket and stole the money. Their own money, because the people that actually have real jobs from real companies are gone. Illinois kaput, over. Okay? Crooks. All right? Nothing took place in New Jersey. Fat ass got caught in a chair, so he had to rush back and sign a budget. Nothing. Unfunded pension liabilities through the roof. Nothing in New Jersey. Maine, nothing happened. Connecticut, nothing happened. Nothing. 4 states, nothing. There are about 14. All states want this, okay? They would love to bankrupt. It's over for them. Did you see? Is journalism under attack? No. Journalism would not be under attack if they told the damn truth and started with these stories. Instead of Joe and Minka and ABC, every damn one of them spent all day Sunday on every one of the shows breaking down a tweet about fake wrestling, fake news, which they are. Not one of them. They choose. When they come in the morning, they choose the story they want to do. When they come in the morning, they have the ability to tell you the truth on this. Not one thing happened. America, you have over $1.3 trillion in unfunded pension payments. You can't pay them. That does not go anywhere of the unfunded finances from the car industry. Nobody's talking about that. That doesn't go anywhere from the unfunded money that can't pay student loans. That's news, damn it. That's news. Not, damn it, the tweet that the man sent out making you look like fools. That's why you feel you're under attack, because you don't give the damn news anymore. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Holy smoke. All right, let's see. Do I have anything else? Oh, by the way, here's Here's something else that could have been news. You remember last week? What the hell? I knew this was coming. You remember last week? Oh my God, the CBO, the CBO. Oh my God, we live and die by the sword, the CBO, the liberal media. But the CBO says 22 million people. The CBO says the healthcare the Republicans will kick them off healthcare. Remember how great the CBO was? How come the CBO is not that great this morning? Let's see, when is this written? I want to find when this is written. 7/4/17. That'd be 4th of July. All right? 4th of July, latest CBO report reaffirms nation's spending problem. Last Thursday, the Congressional Budget Office revised its budget and economic outlook for 2017-2027. In the latest version of the January report, the CBO revised up the deficit figures over a 10-year period from 5% of the GDP by 2027 to 5.2% due to a continued explosion in spending on mandatory programs. Oh my God, since the CBO is the Bible of healthcare and how many people will have insurance, I'm for sure the news media came out to read the CBO's discussion on our problem with the debt. The projected rise in deficits would be the result of rapid growth in spending of federal retirement and health care programs targeted to older people and to rising interest payments on the government debt, accompanied by only moderate growth in revenue collections. That was from the CBO. I'm for sure the media picked that out. Folks, I'm going to take a brief break. We got back. I got to introduce you to some people that I want to talk about, and then I'm going to have a quick Fannin report. Go ahead, Sam. Take us to break.
Spider-Man isn't the only hero in town. Look,